Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, amazing job, everybody. Here they are. It is my pleasure to introduce to you all diver Valentina and their dive buddy Katie.
Sorry, taking all the space and leaving Katie on the side. Sorry.
You're all good. Thank you so much for joining us here today. As you can see, we're all super excited to have you here.
Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, it's great being here, and it's a little chilly, but good.
Oh, that would explain the long sleeves and pants then if it's a little cold in there. Why are you wearing long sleeves and pants?
So it's 70 degrees in here, so you might think, oh, that's actually warm. But in water, you actually become cold very quickly. And so because of that, we wear this wetsuit like in spring. You wouldn't go out of the house just with a t-shirt, with a jacket on. So here we wear a wetsuit on. And so the wetsuit traps a little layer of water between my skin and the wetsuit itself. My body warm up that little layer of water, and that's what keeps me warm through the dive.
That's super cool. So the wetsuit traps a really thin layer of water in between the suit and it heats up using their own body temperature to keep them warm while they're diving. That's so awesome. So on the topic of diver fashion, what's up with those shoes you got on?
So these are swim fins, and many of you probably already saw them. For example, when you go snorkeling and so on, you may wear fins. The swim fins are really good because if you can see the shark has no heads. They only have fins. And that's why they're so gracefully moving through the water. They're fast. And so to be able to move fast and gracefully through the water, we use the swim fins. So the swim fins mimic what Mother Nature has done for the fish.
That's awesome. Can everyone see the swim fins? We borrowed that idea from fish in order to be able to propel us through the water just like fish can. Does anybody know who invented swim fins? Quick bit of trivia for you all. He's a local inventor, actually. Might have driven over a bridge named after him on the way here. Really? No guesses? Like he experimented with keys and kites? What do you think? Benjamin Franklin! There we go. Good answer. Alright, so you guys are pretty smart, so I'm guessing you've got some pretty big questions. One of my biggest questions, at least, how are you breathing underwater?
Right, so we have our air tank. So this tank that you see over here can come around. You can see the tank. So this tank is full of air. The same air that you're breathing is the same air that I'm breathing. So it's not oxygen, it's air. And it's just the difference is that it's compressed, it's pressurized in this tank. And if this does, so now I'm talking, so I'm breathing a lot of air. But I can stay an hour, even more, probably, depending how much efforts I make. If I put a lot of efforts like talking or scrubbing, then yes, I'm staying a little less. Yeah, basically, that's my air tank. And the air tank has basically a cable that is attached to this regulator, and that's how I breathe. Katie has the regulator in her mouth, as you can see. Mine's on the side, because I need to have the mouth free to talk. And my mask is different to cover the whole face because I have a microphone and speaker embedded into it. So this yellow cable that you see is not a dish. It's actually a cable that is attached to the microphone and the speakers. It goes up to the dry side and to you, and that's how we able to communicate.
That's so cool. So you have an entire sound system on your face to be able to hear and speak to us. But when you're usually diving, I know you don't have that, and you always have a dive buddy with you, so how do you guys communicate with each other?
Right, we don't always wear this mask. Usually we go around like Katie, just with the mask covering our eyes. And so to communicate, we use hand signs. So one of the most common hand signs is this. Yeah, she's okay. So this means, are you okay? And she replies, yes, I'm okay. So this is a question, but also an answer. Are you guys okay?
You guys okay?
Great, many of you are. Let's say you're not okay, then you would ask, are you okay? And the person would say this. This means, I'm not okay, my ear hurts, I'm cold, my leg hurts, I'm out of air. So there is
That's super cool. Now, do you have any other hand signals that you can tell us about here?
Yeah, for example, one of the signals that we use is about the animal. When you go diving, you want to make sure that you see all the animals around you. And so we have a signal for that. We can play a game. I can make a hand signal for an animal, and you have to guess what animal is that. Do you want to play? Okay, some of you want. Let's start with an easy one.
What do we think this is? Shark.
Good job. What about this one? This is easy.
What do we think this one is, guys?
Right.
Hammerhead. There we go.
Just show that. What about this one?
Stingray.
Oh, I heard it. I heard Stingray get shouted out. And what do we think this is? I heard sea turtle. There we go. Yes, those are all really cool signals. You guys can try to make sure if you see them swimming by and make sure that you use them and warn the divers that they're around. These signals are not only important for safety reasons so that they can warn each other when there's an animal around, but also for fun so that divers can point out to each other when they see something cool. So now, we just talked about a lot of kind of dangerous animals. Do you guys feel safe diving here with all of them?
Yeah, very much so. This is really not dangerous at all. The animals have been here a long time, and we've been diving with them a long time. So we're very respectful. Like, we are guests in their home, so we don't touch them. We have a no touching policy. We don't corner them. We don't arrest them. They always have the right of way. And because of that, the animal never feel like we are a threat. If we're not a threat, then they don't need to be defensive. And so they really let us alone. As you can see, the shark was by. They don't care about us. They're also very well fed. Besides that, they like fish. They don't like humans. Unlike on the movies show, they really think that we're disgusting. And so if they're hungry, they won't go for the fish. They wouldn't go for us. We're not tasting good. So because of that, it's really safe here. I would feel safer here than in my house. You actually have more chances to slip down the steps of your house and get hurt than get bit by a shark anywhere in the world.
Yep, so our divers understand that they are visiting the animals' homes here and they make sure to respect each other. They all keep to themselves. It's kind of like when you go to the beach, really. When I go to the beach, I like to make sure I leave it cleaner than when I got there, so I'll bring a bag to collect as much trash as I can find. You guys should try to do the same, maybe. You know, it feels like it's not much, but if we all start doing it, it could make a huge difference. Now, on the topic of trash, do you see a lot of trash when you're diving in the ocean?
Yeah, sadly not here, of course. Here is very clean. We do a good job in cleaning it. But when we go diving outside, we saw sometimes plastic bags or other remains and signs of human activity. It's really sad because sometimes you see those things in coral reefs. Coral reefs that should be sanctuary. And so because of that, we pick them up, put in our pockets, and make sure they're not there. But really, you shouldn't leave anything on the beach. Anything on the beach, and any trash when you go back to the ocean.
That really is such a shame. We really need to make sure that we can keep the oceans clean so that these animals can be safe in there. But changing the topic a bit, I do have one last question for you. When you're not diving here in Ocean Realm, what is your favorite spot to dive in?
So there are many places that I like besides this one. But one of the places that I think many people don't know is New Jersey. And people hear it, it's like, what, New Jersey? Actually, just an hour from here, New Jersey has one of the largest collection of wrecks from the Second World War and other long time wrecks that have been seen there. And so you can actually go dive and visit them. You can see sharks and you can see other animals. It's really beautiful. It's just 1 hour from here, by road.
That's so cool. Who knew we had so many good diving spots so close to home? You know,